Preparing your home for sale is not always easy, and there's so many suggestions on the internet. There's probably about 3 or 4 main things that if you focus on, they will have the most effect. They will create the best outcomes for you. Please look at your home as making it an emotional place and an emotional connection. Not so much for yourself, but for the next buyer. When you look at photos of styled property, that simplicity and clarity is the thing that we're really after. So you don't have to go to a lot of trouble, and the results can be really, really good. The first thing you need to recognize is that your home is probably set up for living, for how you function as a family, for what you need, for how you like to relax. But when you're presenting your home for sale, it has to be set up for buyers to see it and buyers to put their own connection into it, their own emotions, their own understanding. And that means changing a few things. Clutter is a common one that agents talk about. But really what we're trying to do is create spaces between furniture, create spaces in the room, because people can't tell the size of rooms by looking at the walls. They tell it by the spaces between the furniture. Make sure things like the bench tops are clear and that the bathrooms are clear as well. When you're looking at the gardens, look at the gardens and make sure that they're trim and tidy and that they're weeded and the edges are done. I know that sounds pedantic, but those first impressions that you're trying to create with a buyer carry through to expectations in the buyer as to what else they're going to see when they get into your home. And so it can be a really powerful way of leading a buyer in and leading the emotion in. Along with that, if you've had a roof leak and there's a mark on the ceiling, even though it's fixed, doing the painting, doing the carpeting for those things is really important. So what we find is that if you renovate, you can spend $5,000-$10,000 and you can see an extra $40,000 or $50,000 coming back to you in sale price, and the property will sell sooner.